Hi there, my name's Chrissy. I'm a comic book artist. I draw both digital and traditional art. I dye my hair green. I love 80s cartoons, cheesy B horror movies, and old school slapstick comedy. I don't post a lot of content often. Chalk it up to the fact that I'm easily distracted. I have a million projects in my head and a very chaotic schedule of responsibilities that tends to drain my energy and eat my time. But those responsibilities, of course, do come first. Still, I try to finish as many projects as I can. Comic books are my main priority. It's been a dream of mine to be a comic book artist ever since I was a teenager. That, and I always wanted to have some small roles in cheesy B horror films for the fun of it. Since I've been drawing so much lately, during breaks in between my adult responsibilities, I decided to turn on the time-lapse feature of Clip Studio Paint to record my art process, then edit those time lapses into videos and post them on my socials. I already tested it out on some short TikTok videos, which I also turned into shorts and reels when TikTok was threatened to be sent to the old executioner's block. So here we are. This is my first, I guess they call them story time videos. I have a few more time lapses laying around that I could turn into some extra videos for my channel. So if you guys like this, I can make more videos. This particular time lapse is, of course, a piece that I drew for my social media pages. It's me trying to get art done as quickly as possible. A few months ago, I was trying to draw 3 whole comic books at once. I only successfully finished one of them before I ended up with severe eye strain and had to take an extended break. That break didn't help the eye strain, and I was forced to go to the eye doctor. Turns out I needed new glasses. My vision changed so much in a year that my eyes could not handle the extra workload. Now I have new glasses, but I'm still going to be careful while I'm drawing so that I don't cause any more problems with my vision. My vision is extremely important for what I do as an artist, and I don't know what I would do without my eyesight. The comics that I was working on was issue 2 of The Adventures of Chibi Chrissy, issue 1 of A Better Place, which is an adaptation of the film from the 90s, written and directed by Vincent Pereira, and I did a charity comic for CK Expo. I was able to finish the comic for CKX. That one was a lot of fun to work on. And then I finished this piece also while I had eye strain. Then I took my break. So yeah, I drew this particular art piece while I was going through the eye strain, even though I shouldn't have. And I was really worried about my timeline on getting the art done. And I also had some stuff going on with some family members that I was really worried about. So I drew this piece to work through my emotions during a really chaotic time in my life. I use this particular image as art therapy, so to speak. When I originally started my first YouTube channel in March of 2007, I posted some drawing tutorials, and they were generally well received. I got a lot of encouraging comments from people who found them useful, but then there were a couple of the people who just couldn't help themselves on the internet who took it upon themselves to inform me that my art was, in their words, garbage, as well as a slew of other not-so-nice comments. Unfortunately, I suffered from really low self-esteem then, and I couldn't take that kind of abuse from internet trolls. Instead of focusing on the voices of my growing number of fans, I deleted my videos and stopped posting art online. For years. It took a lot of courage, but a few years ago I started to share some of my art in some fan art groups. It was again well received. I was testing the waters, and the waters were calm. So I gained confidence, again, and I just kept drawing. I ended up using my digital art skills to do some collaborations with another artist for the sheer joy of creating. I commissioned him to draw some of my characters in his art style. He didn't do digital coloring, so I told him to just draw the images in pencils and that I would ink and color them digitally. He was skeptical, but he was impressed when he saw the finished product. So we joined forces and made a lot of silly art together. That got us some recognition, and we even got commissioned to do some larger pieces together. He expanded and brought some other artists into the group, and eventually I moved on to focus on my own art. But I'll be forever grateful for the awesome little pieces of art that we did together. Since I have regained my confidence, I decided to start posting things on my YouTube channels again. I have quite a few plans that I've thought of since I started drawing again. These time-lapse videos are just one of the ideas that I had. I plan to also do time-lapses of some traditional art along with the Clip Studio Paint digital art. I have a ton of art books that I collected over the course of many years, and I thought it would be really fun to do some reviews on those and maybe even review art tools and software. I have a couple of videos left up on my original channel that I did a couple of years ago of some Dungeons & Dragons based art crafts. I plan on doing more of those as well. I regularly co-host a series called the Questionnaire Podcast. Those have been fun to do too. So much so my daughter's been asking me to do a podcast with her. I might just cave and do that too. I have 2 YouTube channels at the moment. The original one has been renamed The Art of Chrissy Wiseman. I plan on posting my speed paintings, time lapses, art videos, as well as podcasts and reviews on that channel. The other channel is Emerald Angel Comics Limited, and that one is going to be purely art based. No reviews, no podcasts, just the time lapse speed paintings, storytime videos, and such. So if you like my work, subscribe to one or both of my channels. I won't ask you to hit the notification bell because I know how annoying it is to have tons of notifications going off on the phone constantly. So I have my notifications set to only the really important stuff. I know you'll scroll YouTube whenever you want to watch videos, and if you're subscribed, then you see my videos on your feed, and if they look interesting enough, you'll click them. So no pressure, I'm laid back like that. If you made it this far and you like my video, hit the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe in case you want to see more videos in the future. Thank you. Bye bye.